guys, my name's Jena and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be testing out makeup products that I picked up from Five Below. What? I know, I was so surprised when I found out that Five Below had such a big selection of makeup, and when I saw these products I thought this would be a great video. If some of these products can work out for me for under $5, then they would be great for some of you who are on a budget. Definitely some of these products were a hit, some of them were a miss, but if you guys want to see which were which and how I got this look, then you should just keep on watching. Okay, so I've already started out putting on my foundation and doing my eyebrows because they didn't have any foundation at Five Below, and the only foundations that they did have were the Coverall by Wet n Wild, but they didn't have my shade, so I just went with the cheapest foundation that I have, which is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation, and I'm in the shade Soft Ivory. I chose to put on this foundation just because it's one of the cheapest ones that I have, but also because I know that it works well, so hopefully it'll be a good base to put the rest of these products on. Okay, so now I'm going to go into concealer, and I picked this up, and this is the City Color Photo Sheet Concealer in the shade Ivory. So I'm just going to take this out and just put some underneath my eyes and then on all the high points of my face. Put it on my little pimple. Actually, instead of patting this out with my sponge that I usually use, I got this in my Ipsy this month, which there will be a full video on my Ipsy unboxing coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But this is the Luxie Precision Foundation Brush, and it's just like a flat tapered brush like this, and I've been liking just patting out my concealer with this, so we're gonna test this one out. So just off of first impressions right now, this concealer is like really sticky, and like as you can see right here, it's like highlighting a bit, but it doesn't really give much coverage at all, and it looks like a little bit patchy under my eye. So this smells like, honestly, this concealer kind of smells like lilacs. Do I know what lilacs smell like? I don't know if I know what lilacs smell like, but this is the smell I think they would smell. So this concealer is also like a little bit too dark for me, but it was the lightest one that they had, so maybe if they had some better color options, this would work a little bit better for me. This concealer is like clinging to every single dry spot that I have, like every single like bump and imperfection that I have on my face is like shown right now. I'm not really sure if you guys can see it, but I can freaking see it. To set down my face, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild Coverall pressed powder in the shade Fair Light. And I also picked this one up from Five Below. I'm first going to go in with this e.l.f. small tapered brush and just set everywhere that I put concealer. Whoa! Look at that. Yeah, I'm going to tap that off. And just press this into where I put concealer. So underneath my eyes, and then just like down the bridge of my nose, on my chin. Okay, well, I don't know where my big fluffy brush is that I usually use. I'm just going to take this Flawless Face brush from Bare Essentials and just set the rest of my face, so all my foundation. This brush, I've literally had this brush since I was like, oh my god, probably since I was like 12. And I don't know when the last time this brush was washed. This feels like I'm putting coarse rope hair on my face right now. Now, while I'm sweating my arse off, it's all fine. I'm gonna go to the eyes now, and I'm gonna use this Glam Nudes palette from Glam and Beauty. This is what it looks like. It has 12 shades in it. They're all like pretty neutral shades, but what I didn't realize while I was picking this up, these are the only like matte shades, so I'm just gonna have to work with that, but that's okay. So I did put some concealer on my eyelids just as like a base, and I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. blending brush and just dip into this white shade right here just to set down that concealer. Next, I'm going to take this purpley shade right here, the matte one. I have no nail polish on this finger. And I'm just going to use my trusty old Elizabeth Mott blending brush and just dip in there, and I'm just going to put this in the crease. This is just acting as my transition shade. Off of first impressions, I'm noticing these eyeshadows are really powdery, so I would recommend tapping them off before you go into your eye. And they're also like not very pigmented. Now I'm going to take this purpley like shimmery shade right here, and I'm going to take my e.l.f. blending eye brush, and then I'm just going to focus this color a little bit lower than the first one just to give some definition to the eye. Okay, so my camera stopped recording. I'm not really sure when, but I went into this white shade right here, and I just put this all over my lid, like focusing on the inner half of my lid, and then I just blended it all back out with that same transition shade and my Elizabeth Mott blending brush. I got this liner from Wet n Wild, and this is just the Mega Liner Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Black Noir. Okay, so this is a felt tip, and it's like super flimsy. Okay, so I wouldn't say that was the easiest to work with, but I'm also not the best at applying liner. So I'm sure some of you guys can make it work. It's really black. For mascara, I'm going to be using the LA Colors Mega Dramatilash. This is what she looks like. So let's just apply some of this stuff and see how this works. Okay, so this is like definitely more of a natural mascara, and it's like really light. It is like almost hard to coat my lashes, but I would definitely say this would be like a good mascara to use if you were putting on lashes, like if you just wanted a really tiny coat. Okay, next we'll come back to the eyes at the end, but we're gonna move on to the face, and I'm gonna use this Perfect Contour palette by Smoke and Mirrors, and this was $5 bill. $5. And here's what it looks like. It just has like two bronzer shades. This right here is just a highlight. First, I'm just gonna dip into this medium shade right here with my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just gonna contour in the hollows of my cheeks. And I'm tapping this off just because it is a little bit powdery and I don't want it to be too pigmented. Bronze up my whole face just around the perimeter, so just like around my cheeks, my forehead, my jawline, you know the drill. I'm just going to take this big fluffy brush and that same shade and just go down the sides of my nose. And just to straighten her up a bit. This bronzer definitely like isn't the worst, but it was kind of hard to blend out, and it is like pretty pigmented, so I would recommend going in with a really light hand. Like I went a little too heavy, a little too crazy on this girl right here, but it's a really nice color. So now for blush, I'm gonna go into the City Color B Matte blush. This is in the shade Guava. Just looks like this. I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques brush and just dip in, and I'm gonna tap this off because this blush just looks like it's going to be really pigmented. And I'm just going to go in with a really light hand. Overall, I really like that blush. Like I think it blended out really nice, and I really like the color. And I'm pretty sure that was I'm pretty sure that was only $2, so that's a steal. To highlight my face, I'm going to go back into this Perfect Contour palette, and I'm going to take this glow shade right here. I'm going to take this e.l.f. small stipple brush. This is like really, really powdery, so just be careful with that. It's like about to explode all over me, so. I'm actually going to take my fan brush to apply the rest, just because I feel like that stipple brush wasn't applying it that well. Ooh, yeah. I'm just going to take this smaller eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to use that same highlight just to highlight the bridge of my nose and just the rest of my face. Wow, that's really nice. Just put a little bit on the tip there. I always like to highlight under my eyebrow, just a little bit on my chin, on my Cupid's bow, but I always like to go back over that at the end. Going back to the eyes, I'm going to go back into this palette right here. I'm just going to take this Real Techniques shading brush and just take that transition shade that I used and just smoke out under my eyes. And I'm just going to go back into that same mascara and just coat my lower lashes. To finish off this look, I did pick up this Beauty Treats Luxe liquid lipstick from Five Below, but I had to take this off because first of all, this color like didn't work for me at all, but second of all, this is just very, very drying and cracking. It just didn't work for me. It was a $2 liquid lipstick. I didn't expect it to be that great, but I definitely would not recommend this. I think there's better liquid lipsticks out there that are worth the price, but I also got this City Color B Matte lipstick in the shade Cappuccino, so I'm just gonna try that out. This lipstick isn't the color that I thought it would be, but it's really not that bad for the price. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look right here. So I would definitely recommend this palette to you right here. It was only $5. I thought that the highlighter was really good, as you guys can see right here. And I also thought the bronzer was pretty good. First, it was a little hard to blend out, and it was also really pigmented, so I would recommend going in with the light hand. But for only $5, I think this is definitely a hit. I didn't really get to try this powder out too much. I'm definitely going to play around with this again some more and let you guys know what I think. I wouldn't recommend this concealer. I don't think that it was the best. I think there's other concealers that you can get that are just as good for the price. When it comes to this eyeliner, it was a little bit hard for me to work with. It was a felt tip, but the liner was really black. And then lastly, this blush right here. I think this blush is great. This was only $2. So that's all the products. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope that it could help you guys save a buck or two if you were planning on buying some of the products that didn't really work for me. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys pick up any of these products and if they work out for you, which ones are your favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope I see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. I don't even have a mirror. What am I doing? What am I doing? Here, that tells them, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love.